Welcome to WitchSkewl, the basics of candle magic. Candle magic is a basic component of most witchcraft, Wicca, and spell work. And for some people it's just a side portion of your spell or side portion of your magic, but it is an important element of all the magics, and a magic in itself. Even with no magical skill, there is something very powerful about setting a flame for a purpose. Lighting a flame using the power of fire for a purpose. Just wishing on a candle. It's why we have birthday candles on the cakes and the whole ritual that goes along with that, although I wouldn't suggest blowing the candles out. That's a whole nother issue. The basics of candle magic start with color. The color of the candle is specific. The magical vibrations that it gives off and psychological vibrations it gives off. Psychology also recognizes the impact of colors to stimulate certain types of ideas, certain types of behavior, certain types of feelings happen to all of us. Most common is red. Red, we know red gets our attention. Red is drastic. Red is in a stoplight, a stop sign, flashing red and blue lights of the police to get our attention. Red gets our attention. It's drastic. It's fiery. And that brings us to our first component. My little display here is arranged with the yellow candle in the east, blue candles in the west, red and the variations of red over in the south, and over in the north we've got green and we've got brown. I have set these up elementally: air, fire, water, earth, because if we get that part down, we get a lot of the philosophy behind it down. If we associate these colors with the elements, then we have associated them with the energies of the elements, the vibrations of the elements, the particulars of the elements. Starting in the east with air and yellow. Yellow and air have a lot in common. They both have to do with thought, communication, memory, mental things, clairvoyance, communication. Did I say that? Memory. These things are all associated with air, and they're also associated with yellow. These two things go good together. In between that is orange. Orange has a little bit of air and a little bit of fire in it. So it has elements of both of those, but also some of its powers include strength, success, joy, even certain types of healing done with an orange candle. But then over to the south, fire and red. What we know about fire, we also know about red. Red is drastic. It gets our attention. It is passion, lust, motivation, energy. The spark of creation. Sometimes used in love spells, but more often used in lust spells. Variations of red are more commonly used in love spells, like pink, which we have in another video, so I'll refer you to that. But these things are fire and these things are red. These things go good together. Down to the western quadrant, the section of water. Sometimes light blue is also used for air by some people, but its associations are different. Blue leans more towards water. What we know about water, we know about blue. Blue is the ocean. Blue is water. Blue is love, fluidity, intuition, psychic powers. Blue. Emotion, healing, fluidity. These things are blue. These things are water. These things are also associated with the moon. Meditation, tranquility. Over to the north quadrant, the Quadrant of Earth. We've got a couple different colors there. We got green and we got brown. I also should have put black there too. Those are all elements of Earth. What we know about the Earth, we know about green. It's about money. It's about prosperity. It's about growth. It's about fertility. It's about strength. Quite often, housing magic is done with a brown candle. Other things involving getting land and that kind of stuff, and bones done with the brown candle. So, money, prosperity, magics, green candles, really common. But if you think about that, it makes a lot of sense. Those go together. But a green candle is the color of a dollar bill. And we know that gold's worth much more than dollar bills, so actually a gold candle would have gone good there too, in hindsight. I also got a cat candle, because they're cute. Cat candle is, well, first of all, it brings the powers of cats into the equation, but also then the color specific associated with Earth. Quite commonly associated with good luck, cat candles. So there's variations on the colors too. Combinations of the colors have elements of each element making up their energy. But then some others. White. White's the absence of color. White is just raw energy. It's sometimes used in protection. Likewise, black candles are used in protection too. Purple candles, quite often used for the spirit equation in the 5 elements. Purple, spirituality, initiation, the dark mysteries, and associated with Hecate. So all things that go good with Hecate go good with green candles. Now you've got a little bit of idea about your colors of the candles. This can be your whole spell. If you're just starting out, that might be all you want to do right now, but you can always elaborate. We know from some of the other videos we can carve our intention onto the candle. We can just carve it, write it right in there, or we can make a picture, a sigil of it. Refer to our other videos for that. We can use an ancient language for what we want to say, and that's even better. We can then anoint it with a specific oil towards our purpose. We can then burn a specific incense with it. Other spell components that go good with the spell, or that can be your whole spell. Always keeping in mind the amount of energy, time, and effort, and even sacrifice that you put into a spell. The amount you've got to give up, the amount of time that you've got to give up, makes the spell powerful. So the more things that you add to your spell, the more powerful it is. But this alone, just candle magic alone by itself, is extremely powerful. Now me, I try and make our candles here as much as possible, so that we know that, so I know where I'm getting my candles from. You know where you're getting your candles from. Where your candles come from can be quite important. You don't want your candles to come from a sweatshop. Those make for bad juju. Anyways, there's a lot more that you can go into with candle magic, but this was just a little bit to give you just the basics. Thank you for tuning into WitchSkewl. Merry meet, merry part, merry meet again.